All right, what's good, NBG Collective? We are out here. Yeah, I just wanted to hop on today and kind of go over the apparel side of NBG Nice Ball Golf, NBG Collective. I think as I evolve the brand, I am going to move it into the NBG Collective realm. You know, Nice Ball Golf is definitely the social media presence, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, whatever. But as we evolve the apparel side of things, and it's funny because I don't even know if I want to call it apparel. I feel more comfortable calling it merch, so we'll just call it merch for now. But wanted to go over what we have so far and the ins and outs of dealing with manufacturing and things like that, at least from my end and at least from what I've had to deal with. Definitely shout out Buena Gente, John Madera. I wouldn't know any of this had it been for John. John kind of brought me into the world of Buena Gente and showed me what he does and how he deals with manufacturers, how he puts together tech packs, how he does pretty much everything. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, word, that's how it gets done. So yeah, we're just gonna go through today what I have so far for the NBG Collective. The trouble that I've had to go through to really find a good product. I don't want to be that brand that comes out with a $120 polo. I'm sure if you follow me and you see my content, you see me constantly kind of calling that out. Not that I don't respect that, it's just not the lane I want to be in. I want to make my merch accessible to everybody. I want people to be able to afford it, but also, you know, not give it away for free. And at the same time, bring something of quality, right? It's a fine line to find, you know, what is good quality, what is a good price, and something you're comfortable releasing to people. So I'm gonna go through a couple of the pieces that I have so far. Some that I'm stoked on, some that I'm not, some I wish I could combine, but wanted to share it with you. So let's just go through the whole evolution of what I've done so far. I don't know if you've seen this one, but this is the first piece that I did. Very classic. This, when I was thinking of my merch apparel, this was the first one, right? Clean, Nice Ball Golf script on a nice t-shirt. This I got from AS Color. AS Color is a really good brand. Quite expensive though. The material's thick. Unfortunately, this one's really expensive, but regardless, this is a very classic design. I don't know if I'm gonna move forward with this for other reasons I'll get into one day in another video, but this was one of the first pieces. Along with that, obviously, I wanted to make a sweater, and the first thing that came to mind when I wanted to make a sweater was like, let's just put the logo in the middle and make it really big. This one I love. I love my logo. Shout out Keenan, my designer, my homie, my golf buddy, my scrambler. Definitely had to come with the big one. This one was cool. This one I also got with AS Color too. My wife likes it because her sweater that I got a few samples. The end is faded and it has this nice vintage faded look, but like I want it to pop more. I want that screen printing to be kind of shiny-ish on this one. This was kind of a first pass at this. I don't know if I'll re-explore this one. I might. I mean, all the brands have that sweater with the big logo in the middle. Not opposed to it, but we'll see. This was an original design that I came up with for my love of Griffith Park. Griffith Park Golf Course, Harding Wilson. That is my home course. Shout out Griffith Park. Shout out everybody there. Always showing me love. The way I get there is through Zoo Drive. And Zoo Drive was just iconic to me. It still is, because I always see that exit. And so I wanted to commemorate Zoo Drive with something cool. So I took a photo of it one day, threw it into Photoshop, cut it out, and kind of did this like messy design by design and threw it on a shirt. I feel like this is kind of like my tribute to LA in a sense. I'm not from LA. I am from the Bay Area and Atlanta. I now live in LA, which I love, but I definitely wanted to do something that kind of showed love to LA, and like my big love for LA is golf and golfing at Griffith Park. So this was one of the first designs I also did. I don't know if like the mass consumer outside of LA will get it, but I definitely wanted to make it just to have it. So maybe we'll do a special release. I don't know. Alrighty, so after the first round, months went by, I didn't make anything else. I think this was a couple summers ago. In the past few months, I've gone and started the next round of merch. We're calling it merch, remember? And obviously I wanted to do a polo. But I definitely love the feel of like a Lacoste polo or an old Ralph Lauren polo where it's more fabric forward. And so I wanted to try something that's good for the course, but maybe more for off of the course. Like you can golf in it, but it's also made to rock. So my first run, I went with like 100% PK cotton. I love PK cotton, it feels great. I wanted something heavy and thick. I love polos like that. And so I worked with one manufacturer that did a great job on mainly the embroidery. But it's super clean. I did a simple screen print logo. Shout out John. I kind of was inspired by his tags. I like that it's like on the fabric and not a hanging tag. Honestly, at first I really liked them, but then I started kind of noticing a few things. Again, I'm going with what they offer, like not customizing the fabric, just seeing what types of polos they have. Once I wore it, I feel like it was a bit short. For a polo, I want something long because as golfers, we tuck our shirts in, right? And for me, I generally like a longer tee. And so these came a bit short. And then the sleeves were a bit kind of wonky. So I love the embroidery. I think they nailed it. But definitely, if I were to go with this manufacturer, I would get it longer and I'd get the sleeves a little bit less bulky. So along with the first batch, I wanted to do some t-shirts. I want to kind of experiment with like a college design. I love those t-shirts that just say like Harvard or like some sort of college or some sort of university established in. I think it's just a vibe. It's clean. I feel like anybody can wear it. I want it to feel like an old gym t-shirt. I want this t-shirt to eventually just be like tethered and really thin and almost, having holes in it, just to have that OG feel. Regardless, I love this design. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if I'm gonna just do t-shirts or put it elsewhere, but here it is. Classic kind of college style design, and of course we have established in 2023 NBG Collective and our tagline, we out here. Fast forward, I also got some sweaters done with the same design. I love this one. I love gray sweaters. It gives me that kind of gym vibe. It's giving me that kind of university vibe, and it's just clean, bro. Like I said, anybody can wear something like this, and it's classy, bruh. As you guys know, NBG Collective, Nice Ball Golf, our core brand colors are kind of cream and green. I tried out a blue and I kind of love it. What do you guys think? Like this one to me hits. We might just have an NBG blue color. Okay, within that same batch of designs, I did another kind of university design. I did two styles of it, the one you just saw and then this one. The main thing about this crew neck is that I wanted to go with something thinner. I live in LA where it's typically hot all the time. And so I want to make sure that along with that university style crew neck that I'm making that's a bit heavier in weight, I want to make something that you can wear during the summertime and it be long sleeve. I don't want to make merch, apparel that just lives in your closet. Not like a stressed gray, but more of like a faded gray. I want it to feel loose. I want it to feel vintage vibe. This one, I originally wanted to order it in like this blue jean kind of stressed material. They didn't have that color and they had this one, and I'm glad they didn't because I fell in love with this color. But yeah, I love this one. There's people out there that have definitely made apparel, merch, whatever you want to call it. You learn that like things just don't go as planned. That's why you sample, right? The beauty of that is I was able to kind of learn a few things with that happening. One being that, I'll just cut to it. I ordered this shirt. It had the same design as what you just saw, but they sent me a much smaller kind of cropped t-shirt, which I didn't order. I wanted kind of something oversized, but I kind of like this smaller cropped feel. I have some Elwood shirts that have that kind of male cropped look to it, and I vibe and I rock with that. I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely shorter and kind of like boxier, but again, I don't think that's a bad thing. I kind of like it. My wife immediately liked it, was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear that. Okay, so those were like the first two rounds of merch apparel that we were experimenting with. And so I have one more round that just came in of polos. And like I said, the first batch of polos, 100% PK cotton, loved it, heavy, rough, Maybe not the best for on the course. You could still golf in it. This batch came in, and I think it might have been like a 60-40 cotton poly combo, maybe 70-30. I forget the exact numbers, but I love this material. This might not be the best for like a hot summer, spring, fall, whatever LA day on the golf course, but it's just smoother, it's stretchier. The only thing was this manufacturer decided to stretch my logo. At first I was like, but I just don't want a big logo on a polo. I want it small, clean, kind of out of the way, but check these out. We have more of a ribbed cuff here, which I don't know if I asked for this. I definitely asked not to have this on the first batch, but again, when these mistakes happen, you kind of learn, and they're kind of perfect mistakes, because now that I'm seeing this, I kind of like it. Actual tag, which I don't know if I'm a fan of. This would probably bother me. I would definitely want to do like more of like a printed, screen printed on the material. The logo's a bit too big for me. I wanted it smaller, and I feel like they stretched it. I gave them one file and it's like wider, and I keep trying to convince myself, I'm like, yeah, this is sick. I will say a little bit bigger. I can see more of the detail in the logo. Like, you can see the actual T, you know, under the ball. If you didn't know, there's a T in a ball inside of my logo. I haven't even worn these yet. These just came in, and I'm loving this material. And this, we got the cream dog. Look at that. That's clean. I also like that these double XLs are like big. Sometimes you order a double XL and it's just wide. Like, this is actually like tall, and I definitely want to include some bigger sizes, try to have something for everybody. So yeah, that's the first batch of merch that I've done. I'm going to explore with more polos. I really want to work on finding something that's good for on and off the course. I'm sure you hear this all the time, but I think that's really important. But yeah, that's kind of my journey so far with manufacturing. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning kind of how to prepare my little tech packs and how to communicate with manufacturers. They ask for kind of the same thing. So like, once you do it with one, you can kind of copy and paste that situation, that conversation, and go to another one. Have your Pantones ready, have your sizes ready. Always ask for their size chart, you know, always ask for the full price with shipping, with the tags, what's it gonna cost for the screen printing, all that. Get that full baked out cog, and then find out what the MOQ is, right? Some of these guys are asking for 500 minimum. Like, eventually I want to order 500, but right now I need to experiment with 100s. And so that means the price also goes up. It's been a journey. It's dope. Stay tuned. If you haven't already, follow Nice Ball Golf, follow NBG Collective. You can find them both on IG and Facebook. Follow me on Facebook because I think I have like 1 follower and I need to grow that. Follow me on YouTube, Nice Ball Golf. Regardless, like I always say, NBG Collective, be out. Yeah.